Hey guys, so I just showed you these Sunset models, third rail brass P70s running around in a little commuter train here. These are all brass. They're from like the early to mid 2000s, and I've upgraded the cars to LED lighting. And one really cool feature about them is the opening doors with the working drop plates. So you just push that open and push the plate up, and the door stays. And I think that's really cool. Really neat feature. And then you just kind of push the door in a little bit and drop the plate and release it. Just like that. So I'm actually going to be selling these cars. I have several of these, and I have 3 duplicate numbers. So I'm going to be selling these 3. Now these are not all the same numbers. What I mean by duplicate is that I have another one that has this number, 3634. And then I have another one in the collection that has that number there. So the cars that you will receive, these 3 cars are not duplicate numbers, but they are duplicates to other cars in my collection. So I'm going to let these 3 go. And they don't have any boxes, but they have been upgraded to LED lighting, and they're in like new condition, and I'll package them really well for you. And also, because they don't have any boxes, I'm not going to be trying to charge what brass cars go for in today's market. So if Sunset Models was to issue these cars today, they'd probably be about $500 each. And I'm not going to charge nearly that. So I'm looking to get like $2.25 per car. So I'll put my email in the description, and you could email me if you're interested in purchasing these. So now what I'm going to do is take about 5 minutes and show you how I did the LED lighting upgrade, and then I'll do a couple more clips of it running at the very end. So thanks guys, enjoy. Hey guys, so I'm going to show you the difference in the lighting. So you see here, this one's done. If I move down, this one's done too. Now if you check this one out here, this is the 3rd car. This one's not done. And if you look up in there, right there, you can see that's the incandescent board hanging down. If you put a passenger figure right there, his head is going to touch that. And although the lighting is pretty good, the incandescent lighting is even. It goes the full length of the car. It draws a lot more voltage, and this ugly thing here, it's just in the way. It looks pretty bad when you know, just running these cars around. So I'm going to show you what I do to open these cars up, because they're very easy to open up, and you can easily add your own figures and blinds if you want, but I'll show you what I do. So I got the car flipped over on this towel here. You can see all that awesome undercarriage detail. So there's 6 screws. You got one here, one on the other side, and we got one here, and then on the other side, and then we got 2 over here. So all you have to do to open the car up is take out those screws. And you use a jeweler's screwdriver, loosen it up, and then what I do is just grab my pliers, grab a hold of the screw, and just put it on the towel there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other 5, and I'll get back to you. Got it loose, so now just pull up, grab it like that, and you flip it over. And make sure your wires are loose so that there's some slack on it. Just detach that like that, very easy. Old light board comes out with 2 screws. There's one. Lift this piece up here. There's the other one. And it just comes out like that. So next I need a way to plug my new LED board in. So I'm going to heat this piece up here with the soldering iron and just pull it off with a pair of pliers. So I'm going to heat the soldering joints right there and there, and then pull that off. Can't do it with, I can't do it while I'm holding the phone, so I'll show you after it's done. Alright, so here's the board. So this is where it plugs in. I got it soldered here, that's hot, negative is ground, and then this is the actual LEDs. And so now what I'm going to do is put in the resistor to the hot leg here. These are my resistors. So just going to solder one of them in, and then we'll give it a test drive. So got the resistor here soldered together, got it tinned on that side. I got this wire here that I'm going to join. Blurry. Still blurry, don't want to focus on something that tiny. But you get the idea, there's the wire. Now we have heat shrink tubing down here, that's very important. We're going to cover the resistor once it's soldered in there. So I'm going to go ahead and solder that, and then put it all together, and we'll test drive it. Looks pretty good to me. little to no flicker too. It's great. All right, the board is installed. So as you can see, there's enough slack on the wire so that you could detach the shell with those 6 screws that I showed you a little while ago. And you can add your figures, and if you want to put your window blinds in there, you could still move the car around a little bit to get in there and put your window blinds or whatever you want to do. Last thing I'm going to do for these cars before I call them done. Label 107, that's going to go on the axles here, the needle points, and also here. And then contact lubricant is going to go on the axles here. So I'll start with the contact lube. This helps with conductivity, just on each axle there, over there too, and a drop there, and a drop there. So I'm not going to do label 107 over there. So there, there, right there, there, and there. Next, we grab our label 107, right down in there, 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 and there. I'm going to shut the camera off and do the other truck. You get the idea. Here's the car I just oiled up. That's pretty good. No squeak, no drag, or very little drag. It's a brass car. It's got some weight to it. And even at slower speeds, almost no light flicker. I'm going to do the other two, and I think these are ready to go. So let's get an engine out and run them around a little bit. Alright guys, so there you go. These are absolutely gorgeous cars, and I'm looking to sell all 3 of them together for $225 each. So if you're interested, definitely let me know, and I will put my email in the description of the video. And these are great cars. They roll really well. They've got about as much weight as any aluminum car, maybe slightly more, but this K4 doesn't struggle at all to pull them, and there's very little wheel drag and no squeak at all. And the LED light boards aren't flickering and they aren't heating up. They're doing really well. So if you're interested, contact me. So for the next couple of minutes in the video, I'm going to show you some other projects I got coming up. So if you're interested to see what else is coming up, stay tuned. Alright, so first on the track we have this MTH Alto S2, the Staten Island one, and it has the correct decal on it for Staten Island. And then we have these 6 hopper cars, and I have started the process of weathering the hopper cars. So I've gotten as far as changing the load to look more like ballast. And then all the way down there we've got that caboose. So I'm going to get up and show you the caboose. Alright, there you go. There's the caboose. It's got a little guy sitting in there, and it's been weathered. It's a very nice caboose. So I am going to part with this set. I do have a guy that's interested in it, so if he takes it, this set's sold, but if he doesn't, I will do another video and let you know that it's available. And I'm going to finish up these hopper cars. I got some ideas to make that load look even more realistic, and then I'm going to individually weather each car. So, and then I'll run it around once it's done and make a video showcasing the sound set in it. It's got a really nice sound set specific to Staten Island. And it's a really cool set. The reason why I'm parting with it is because I'm just narrowing down some of the New York City stuff. I never really went to Staten Island when I lived on Long Island and traveled into New York City a lot. So it's a really neat set to have and to look at, but it's definitely not one that's in my top 10 sets that I must keep. So I'm going to let it go, and somebody out there will have a chance to own a really nice customized Staten Island work train. All right, so a couple of more things to show you. So on the work table now, we got this Louisville and Nashville Hummingbird. So this set is actually very, very close to being done and going out the door. Just got to add some figures to it, and I've got the plates and the food and all that already prepped. I just got to put them on the table, and then I got to put the name plates back on. They're actually taped up to my board there, and I got to put those back on, and then this set's going out the door. So it's very close, about another full day of work, and then it's finally done. And this is the dining car. Got the lounge and 3 coaches going out to a buddy of mine. And then for the same guy, we have this big dome. So this is the lower level of the dome. We've got some lounge seats there. A bathroom for the crew. This is the dormitory, and then a crew lounge, and then men's and women's bathroom. And then on top here, we have all these seats. So I'm going to finish the trim and then, neaten up the seats a little bit. And then I'm going to also put the headrest on each chair. So, and then the bed's going to get bed sheets. So I'll do another clip when these are done. I'll do one video that showcases both of these when they're 100%. That'll be coming up in a couple of days. And then over here, I'm working on a Amtrak Pacific Parlor car. Give me one second. So I'm working on this Pacific Parlor car for another guy, and these are just papers printed out. This is just a test fit, how the decals will fit. The decals are in the mail, and they should be here shortly. And we're going to name this one Napa Valley. So what I'm going to do with the interior is I'm actually going to make the movie theater at the bottom here. I'm going to rearrange the furniture, and then rearrange the furniture and change the colors as best I can to match the prototype Napa Valley. And then I'm going to knock out this room here and put a custom bar in there. This is going to go out just a little bit after the Hummingbird project is finished. So that's what I got going on. I also got a couple of Long Island Railroad diesels that may be coming to me for weathering. And if you have any custom project ideas, let me know. Thanks very much, guys. Bye-bye.